Guys, we're back with the water filter, and I've made some adjustments. I want to show you the best way to plumb in a water filter. And what we're talking about here is we're only dealing with a situation where the water coming into your house is potable, where in other words it's clean, but it may contain iron or sulfur, and it just tastes bad, and you want to filter that out. If the water coming into your house is something you can't drink, then please don't do this. This is not for you. But if you are getting clean water, if you have a clean water well, or what we have is, we're on Long Island, and the municipal water we're getting is clean. Except the problem is it contains a large amount of iron and sulfur, and those deposits are just a misery. It tastes bad, it smells bad. There's nothing wrong with it. It's tested regularly, but it's just you can taste the iron. So we have this filter, the 3M Aqua-Pure, and it's the AP903. I'm not going to review it now. I've already reviewed it. The problem we're having with it is that although it's guaranteed to last a year, or it's a year or 100,000 gallons, it's really only lasting us. It's lasting us 3 months or 20,000 gallons. After 3 months, 20,000 gallons, it started to, we noticed the pressure drop, and when I took it out, I saw that it was full of iron deposits. So we have a problem with that, and I found a way to deal with that, and I wanted to show it to you because I think it's really a good idea. First, let me show you. I have an extra filter. And here's the filter. What you can see is there's an inner ring and an outer ring. The water comes into here in the outer ring, goes down, goes through carbon and a filter, and then comes up through the center. It comes out and up. And looking at that mounted over here, you can see that that's the way it's mounted. The outer and inner seal, so that's in here. To deal with the pressure issue, what we did was, one of the things we did was we changed the piping. You can see brass comes out. This is 1 inch, goes down to 3/4 of an inch. We put in these new brass valves, got rid of those twist valves. Those don't work very well. The meter is 5/8. I'd rather have 3/4, but they charge more every month, and I just wasn't that interested in that. And we put that in, and that helped improve the pressure, getting rid of those twist down valves. You can see the metal work. The plumber was really good, very reasonable too. Same guy who did put the filter in. Okay, so as you can see also for the ice machine, we have another additional filters which really filter it out, and you can taste the difference. This is taking it down to about 1 micron. This is a GE cartridge filter that really filters out chlorine and everything. This is another GE filter that also filters out. Not as good as this one. This, I've been told, it's advertised as a 5 micron. When I called GE, they said that they believe it's actually filtering 1 micron. I don't think that's true, but I can taste the difference between that and water and through the ice machine that's triple filtered. Okay, so the water comes in, and I'm just looking. Where's my stick? Here. The water comes in, comes up here through the meter, goes up, and from here it branches off here. It goes out to the sprinkler, to actually a hose outside, which we do not filter. The rest of the water goes in through here. It goes up here. It comes down here. There's a shutoff valve. Goes down here. Goes through here, down and up. Goes out here. It goes here. Goes up there. And from there, it goes back into this whole our whole manifold, which distributes the water through the house. I'll give you a quick look at that. Now, so basically, you have the water coming in here, going across here, and then going up through the house. You also have a bypass. You see over here the bypass? The bypass basically allows you to bypass this filter and basically connects this to this. And it does it up there. So you see? It doesn't have to go through the filter. If the bypass is open, now it's closed, it can go there and into the manifold. From there it goes back around to the manifold. Okay, now there are things you want to have on your filter. the first thing you want to have is you want to have on the left side, you want to have this valve. I'd rather put in a ball valve, but they had this and they put this in. And the reason is whenever you change the filter, before you change it, you want to release the pressure. Otherwise, it'll spray you in the face when you open this up. This just pops up and you can turn the filter and take it off. Now, this will let you drain it. These let you drain it. And what it also lets you do is, after you replace the filter, the air, this is all full of air. So instead of air rushing up through your house, what you do is you shut this off so that water can't go up to the house. You leave this on, water's coming in, and then you open this up. So the air gets pushed out through here, and then you can close it up and open this up again, and then the water will go up through your house, and you've bled out all of the air that's in here and in the filter. And that's a lot of air. The other thing we've done is I have over here, and this is what I came up with. I put a valve on the right side, and the reason is I found that I can actually back flush this filter. What you do is, this is what you do. You shut off the water coming in. So now the water can't come into the filter, right? But what you do is you then turn on the bypass. And if you turn on the bypass, now the water is going to feed into the house, but it's also going to backflow back down the filter the wrong way. Got it? It's going to go, because it's being fed through the bypass, so it's going to come back down backwards. Now usually it can't go back up, but if you put this little valve here, the water will go out the wrong way, go into the clean side, and force its way out the dirty side, pushing up all the dirt out here. And then you can flush it out without having to remove the filter. And that back flushing is very useful, because if you get rid of all the iron deposits in here, you get your pressure back. All the pressure, you're losing the pressure as it gets gummed up with the iron and the sulfur and the minerals. This lets you back flush it, back out, back through the filter backwards, and then out here. Now I'll show you, we've used this about a week ago. We put it in and we flushed out. There was tons and tons of iron that came out. I'll do a quick flush and we'll see what if anything comes out. Take a look. Now, what you do is you would have a hose, and the hose we'd run it into a sink. But just to give you a sense of it, let's see. Now, I don't know if you could see, I'll show you the water. Now this is actually pretty clean, because usually, let me see if I can get some more light. Usually the water that we get is even dirtier than this. It's like a thick, it has a lot more iron in it. But this is the back flushing. You can see all the dark water. I know it's a purple pail, but it is dark water. And that's the filter back flushed, where we forced water backwards through the filter and out. Now this is only if the water coming into your house is potable. If the water coming into your house is not potable, you don't want to do this, because you might be letting bacteria into your filter system and making yourself sick. So this is just if you have clean water, you have a filter that's just meant to take out some of the iron, and this will do that, and this will let you back flush it. So a good tip, I think this is the best way to hook up your filtration system, and I recommend it. It's working for me. I've been able to take this filter that was all stuffed up, flush it out, and now I've been able to reuse it. Of course, you don't want to use it more than 1 year, because I've read that it can crack and leak. That's it. Any comments? Feel free to post.